This video was sponsored by my Patreons, so go support me on Patreon. More on that at the end of the video.
The Empire Builder is a long-distance passenger rail service operated by Amtrak traveling on tracks of the BNSF Railway between the cities of Chicago and Seattle or Portland. Trains are split or combined at Spokane, with the Portland section being at the rear of westbound train.
But however, on September 25, 2021, the Empire Builder would derail. On September 25, 2021, the westbound Empire Builder train 727 operated with two P42 DC locomotive units, 74 and 338, and 10 rail cars, 1 baggage car followed by 9 superliner cars, was carrying 149 people and 19 crew members. At the time of the derailment, at 3:56 p.m., while traveling at 79 miles an hour, it hit a track buckle and then disaster strikes. The train derails.
The rear 4 cars, a sightseer lounge, 2 coaches and a sleeper, all destined for Portland, tipped over after derailing. 3 people on board were killed, and 49 others were injured too, including 15, who were hospitalized. NTSB Vice Chairman Bruce Landsberg stated that the Empire Builder derailment happened at a gradual right-hand curve, just prior to reaching a railroad switch at the entrance to a railway siding while traveling on the single-track mainline 12. Contrary to previous speculation that a defect with the switch itself caused the accident. 13. According to the New York Times, several passengers reported a bumpy ride before the derailment. 6. The derailment occurred at the same place where 55 years earlier, on the 7th of March, 1966, a serious head-on collision occurred between the Builder eastbound and the Western Star, another passenger service also operated by Great Northern over the same route, but running at slower speeds and covering more stops than the Builder, traveling in the opposite direction. That incident ended the lives of the 2 crew members of the Western Star and 77 people were injured. 14, 15. 7. This incident, one of the most serious in the history of the service. Emergency personnel from 6 local counties were dispatched to the derailment site, and 5 hospitals were put on standby to treat injured passengers. 7, 16. 3 people were transported to Benefice Hospital in Great Falls and 2 others were treated at Logan Health in Kalispell. 11. Non-injured passengers were taken to the Liberty County Senior Center in Joplin, Chester High School in Chester, and hotels in Shelby. Residents of nearby communities provided food and assistance to passengers after an emergency siren alerted them to the incident. 8. 6. A section of nearby U.S. Route 2 was closed to allow for emergency access. 4. 3 air ambulance helicopters were sent to the scene too. Amtrak announced the deployment of their incident response team along with emergency personnel and agency leaders. Service was immediately suspended between Minot, North Dakota, and Shelby, Montana, and later Empire Builder trips were truncated to Minneapolis. 1. Track repair crews from BNSF Railway were also brought to the site to replace damaged railroad ties and roadbed. 11. The line was closed until the 28th of September.
But what could have caused this derailment to happen?
The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, opened an investigation into the derailment and dispatched a 14-person GO team. 7, 18. Those investigators arrived on the 26th of September and were expected to remain on site for approximately 1 week. 19. The NTSB team held their first press conference the following afternoon, after formally taking over the investigation from Liberty County Disaster and Emergency Services. A preliminary report was expected within 30 days. 12, 20. The Federal Railroad Administration, FRA, announced on the 26th of September that it had sent a team of 18 technical experts to the site to initiate a forensic investigation that will also support the NTSB investigation. 21, 22. Amtrak and BNSF each had their own investigators and incident response personnel on site within 1 day of the derailment. 1, 11, 23. In July 2023, the NTSB released their final report into the derailment. 24. The report cited poor track conditions, worn and damaged track, missed by the railroad's inspectors for the derailment as the cause of accident, and stable rail bed also contributed to the derailment. 25. Additionally, the NTSB stated the failure of some windows to stay in place caused passenger ejections, contributing to the severity of injuries.
It's been 4 years since the derailment, and hopefully we'll never see another derailment like this ever again.